So surprisingly, I have gotten a lot of positive reception on speaking about the current executives at FC Barcelona. Like, people want to hear more about the nitty-gritty details on what's going on in the club. And, I always did talk about Deco and how well he has been doing his job, or João Laporta, or Hansi Flick. But we are going to be speaking about a lot of other things moving forward because, once again, you guys did like it. You guys wanted to hear more information about it. And so we're even going to get down to the sell-on clauses that Barcelona have been building over the years, because usually we talk about how Barcelona is getting financially stronger through some player exits, or maybe a player that we flipped for a bigger amount, or sometimes we let go of a player on loan. And we also speak about how Barcelona got a certain player for a good price. We also speak about the financial deals that Barcelona have been making outside of football. All of that has been discussed on this channel, but now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of some other transfer operations that I have not really been discussing on this channel, which I think is very important. I think you guys are going to love to hear everything that I will be saying in this video because it's a lot of brand new information. So I'm very excited. I cannot wait to talk about this. And so let's do this, right? Because Barcelona are set to receive another financial boost according to many reports. And it does revolve around Sergi Domínguez. I don't know if you guys remember Sergi Domínguez, a player that was brought up right next to Gerard Martin. Back when Hansi Flick first came in, I used to call Sergi Domínguez and Gerard Martin as the dynamic duo in the backline because, apparently we were all trolling the two center backs because we're like, bro, like what is this? Like, why can't we sign Bastoni? Why can't we sign Van Dijk? Why can't we sign another center, like Laporte, like any other center back? Why are we just relying on these players like Sergi Domínguez and Gerard Martin? It was a very funny phase to be in. And, fast forward a year and a half later, with that move that he made to Dinamo, Sergi Domínguez has impressed, and now he has gotten so good that, he played 41 matches last season with Dinamo, scoring 2 goals and 4 assists, and now Lazio are willing to buy the player, which means that Barcelona will be getting a portion of whatever that sale is going to be. We'll be talking about what other sell-on clauses we have on other players because Barcelona will be making a lot of money based on these players, and that is through the great works of Deco and his executives. But going back to Sergi Domínguez, right, because the deal does include Lazio reaching a full agreement with Sergi Domínguez. It's a 5-year contract, so they're very serious about Sergi, and will take him until 2031. The negotiations with Dinamo is close to completion, so right now it's all about Lazio and Dinamo having those negotiations. Barcelona are just going to be in the back end waiting to receive a percentage, like 20% of whatever that sell is going to be. But the expected fee for Sergi Domínguez is going to be 10 million euros, right? Sergi Domínguez as a center back will be sold for 10 million euros to Lazio, and which means that because Barcelona brought him in and they attached the 20% on sell-on clause, Barcelona are approximately going to be receiving 2 million euros off of that sale. In total, that's the total package off of that sale, and that's pure profit. And I think that Deco does deserve all the credit for this because this is a huge financial upside. Barcelona did not even really have to spend a lot of money on Sergi Domínguez, and now Barcelona will be receiving 2 million. I know that it does not seem like a lot, but every little euro, every little sale counts because we are in the 1-1 rule. This 2 million euros could be used for a player's certain wage, or maybe we can use these 2 million euros for a club asking for specific bonuses on a certain player like Julian Alvarez. It really doesn't matter. Every euro, every other million, it does count. And when you really look at the whole big picture on how many sell-on clauses Barcelona have for many players, it does add up. Even though some is going to cost 2 million, 5 million, 3 million, all of this adds up. And thanks to Sergi Domínguez, and his rise at his previous club at Dinamo, this is the reason why Barcelona have been able to sell him successfully and get a certain percentage and making us financially stronger. But Barcelona's new financial strategy, it is working. Right? It's not just an isolated case, like I've said. It's not just about Sergi Domínguez. It's looking at the bigger picture. We have sell-on clauses for Sergiño Dest, for Pablo Torre, for Abde, and other academy graduates that once again have the sell-on clause. So every euro does matter. Barcelona are trying to further improve themselves within the 1-1 rule financial framework. And I want to speak about every single player that has a sell-on clause, which is going to be very exciting because when you really look at it, Barcelona can make more than 35 million euros in sell-on clauses. And who knows if Barcelona can do that in this summer transfer window. So like I've said, Sergi Domínguez is going to bring us around 2 million euros. We have Sergiño Dest, where Sergiño Dest, knowing that he has just been knocked out from the World Cup, he could be going to a different club. He could be going to Bayer Leverkusen or Bayern Munich. Those have been the recent reports. And the expected fee of what PSV is asking for Sergiño Dest is going to be 25 million euros. And because we have a certain percentage on that 25 to 30 million euros, whatever he may be sold for, Barcelona could receive another 5 million for the sale of Sergiño Dest. And then we have Pablo Torre, where Barcelona did sell him to Mallorca just to protect themselves, right? And Barcelona they placed a 50% future capital gain on the player. So whatever Mallorca sell Pablo Torre for, Barcelona will receive 50%. Let's just say that he gets sold for 50 million euros, which is possible. Pablo Torre can go somewhere to like maybe Arsenal, maybe Tottenham, maybe Inter Milan, AC Milan, wherever it may be. Barcelona will receive 7.5 million euros for Pablo Torre. Really good, right? I know it sounds crazy, but when you think about it, right? 7.5 plus the 5 million euros for Dest, that's 12.5, and then you have Sergi Domínguez with 2 million, that is 14.5 million euros so far, based off 3 players that we don't even really own. It's crazy. And then we have Abde, which is what I believe is the most valuable future asset for the club, because Barcelona sold Abde to Real Betis, and there was a bigger percentage on how much we had for the sell-on clause on Abde, but because Barcelona sold a certain amount just a few months ago, Barcelona now only retain 20% of any future transfer. It used to be, I think, 35 to 45, or maybe even 50. In terms of like the percent of the future sell, but now it's 20. Meaning that if Betis eventually sell Abde in this summer, or maybe in the next summer, whenever it may be, let's just say that he gets sold for 30 million euros because he's still very young, Barcelona will receive 6 million euros. If Abde gets sold for 40 million euros, they will receive 8 million euros. And if Abde gets sold for 50 million euros, let's just say that he just explodes in the next season, Barcelona will receive 10 million euros. So it's one of our strongest assets. It's very exciting. And then we also have Mika Faye, because Barcelona also retain a 30% future sale. Now, this one could be enormous because you just never know what his ceiling could be, how good he might get. He's a top defender. We all know that. But let's just say, for example, Mika Faye leaves for a 40 million euro transfer. Barcelona will receive 12 million euros for Mika Faye. It could be 30 million euros. It could be 20 million euros, but it is going to be within the range of, I would just say, 7 to 12 million euros that Barcelona will receive. It's one of Deco's smartest exits and smartest deals. And then, surprisingly, we also do have Vitor Roque. We have a 20% future sale on Vitor Roque. Let's just say that he gets sold to Europe again, maybe for 30 million euros. Barcelona might receive 6 to 7 to 8 million euros based off Vitor Roque. Let's just say he gets sold for 50. Barcelona will receive 10. So all in all, it's great to see how much control Barcelona has. They also have sell-on clauses on John Virgili, on Ricky Puig, right? It's crazy. Noah Darovic, Trilli. There's sell-on clauses for all of these players. And outside of Sergi Domínguez and Sergiño Dest, right? Because those 2 players are most likely going to be sold in this upcoming summer transfer window. That alone for those 2 players will give us 7 million euros. In the medium term, these are players who might get sold in the summer, if not in the next summer, like Abde, Mika Faye, Vitor Roque, Pablo Torre. That could generate us 30 to 45 million euros alone for that group, like alone. 30 to 45 million euros, depending on the transfer values, right? The very conservative side will be 30. The very most optimistic side, it would be 45. But that's a lot of money, and Barcelona can really financially benefit on top of that. But yeah, a lot of euros that we have been talking about. I feel like I said euros like 40, 50 times, but Deco's strategy deserves all the real credit here. Barcelona are doing the correct work. I know that, like I said, it does seem like when you first talk about just one player and how we're barely going to be receiving 2 million euros, 3 million euros. When you combine all the players together and how much control we have for this group, it brings a lot of income in. It's still income, guys. This sell-on clause income is going to be combined with the revenue that we're receiving with the stadium. Is going to be combined with the player sales that we do make. All of this gets taken into account for the summer transfer window and us operating in the financial fair play 1-1 rule. And we're doing the correct job. Trust me, Barcelona are on track to be financially stable again. If not, they are financially stable again today. But hopefully this does clear up a lot of things. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.